It's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment. Today's video, as you see beside me, I've got the B2401 Narrow package here. So today's video, we're in our back shop here. It just got put together and is going out to the customer's house probably tomorrow. So we are just going to do an overview of it, pointing out all the key facts and what makes it different than the standard B2401. So stick with us. We'll start at the front and work our way back. So I have a conversation about narrows. So Kubota has really expanded their narrow lineup here in North America in the last 5 years. So they've used to only have 2 or 3 models available. Now they're up to about 9 or 10. So there's quite a variety, and they start at this size. B2401 is the narrowest model you're going to get, and then they go right up to 111 horsepower in the M5 model. So again, this is a gear drive unit. Then there's quite a few in the LX is the next step up, and the 35 has a narrow. In that one, you know, you get into the hydrostat and stuff, and that's what they kind of follow along through until then you get into the M5s and then narrow again, but specifically more a lot more horsepower and commercial applications at that point for those units, and also, as we brought to you before, can then be changed over instead of doing like orchards and Christmas tree farms like this one's going to. At that point, you can also use them for moving snow, which we see a lot here in Canada, whether it be Ottawa, Montreal, Toronto, quite a few models in that narrow lineup moving snow. So. Okay, so whenever we start talking about this particular narrow model, the B2401, this particular tractor is actually going to be used in a Christmas tree farm. So it needs to be narrow to get down the road, so sub 48 inches. The rotary cutter that's going on the back is actually going to be the RCR 1242. So really narrow, something that you're normally going to see on a BX to really get it down in between there, but also give you the horsepower and also give you a gear drive. Whenever you're cutting lots of grass, gear drive really will come in handy on that. So some of the things you're going to want to know about these units whenever you start out front here is your tire selection. 99% of the time whenever you're going with a narrow tractor, you're going to see the ag tires, because that's going to be the narrowest, tallest, and give you the most traction for most of those uses you're going to see. So whenever you put the front tires on here, it's going to get your front axle width down to as wide as the tractor is, roughly 33 inches wide. So really, really tiny, really, really small, but lots of traction there to bring you down. These things have, of course, always come 4-wheel drive, so it's going to get you in and out of a lot of troubles, a lot of issues there. Whenever you start talking about the engine, it is a 3-cylinder Kubota diesel under there. Not the same engine which you're going to see in the BX, and it's not the exact same engine you're going to see on the standard B01s, whether it be the 23 or 26. This tractor in particular is actually driven out of Malaysia, so that's where these are manufactured and shipped then to North America or pretty much anywhere all over the world. That's why it is a little bit different looking than what you see on the B2301 and the 2601, let alone bringing it down to a narrow. So, so some of the things you see on this is readily available in Asia and stuff, in that neck of the woods, whereas here it's just not something you see too often. So, okay, so these units have a little bit different layout than what you normally see on a 1 Series, again, because it is gear drive, and a touch different than what you see on the standard B2401 standard edition. So number one is they're not loader capable. They're not derived the same as what the B01s normally are. So you don't have that joystick coming out here or anything like that. You'll see that the floor mat cuts out there. It's kind of an odd thing to see. Kind of looks odd to say the least, but I guess Kubota didn't want to spend the extra money to make it a little bit longer there. So on this side, you're going to have your clutch, brakes, you're going to have foot throttle, park brake. And then your rear differential, generally speaking, is usually on this side. In this particular unit, it's actually going to be down in here for your differential lock whenever you're trying to get unstuck. In and out of 4-wheel drive down there. And then we have your gear drive. So 3 on the sticks, so 1, 2, 3, and reverse. And then you have high, low, and medium. So that means you have 3 reverse gears and 9 forward gears to choose from whenever you're trying to select what you're doing. Gear drives aren't nearly as popular as what they used to be, and nearly popular in the world, but whenever you get into something like this, a narrow, it will be fairly useful, especially because in this case, like I said, it's going to a Christmas tree farm, so going up and down the roads, cutting grass basically and weeds. So it's a long period of time of just being at one constant speed, going up and down. That's where this will excel over having a standard hydrostat. So whenever we do talk about the 3-point hitch, we don't actually have it installed. Is it still getting there? But it has had the deluxe style 3-point hitch where you can lower and lift it, and has the numbers on the side for selectable positioning. Then it has selectable PTO with mid PTO or rear PTO, depending on what you're looking for on that end. And for implement wise, as you can put a mower deck under here or some other attachments that you're looking for. Okay, so we moved around to the back here. Point off first, number one, as mentioned before, the 3-point hitch has not been installed yet. So just be mindful of that whenever you're thinking about it. It is the same 3-point hitch that you're going to see on the other B01 series, the B23 or 26 standard 3-point hitch. Whenever we move up a little bit further here and you're looking at that roll bar, it is completely different than what you're going to see on any of the other units. So it is going to be quite a bit shorter. It's roughly about a foot shorter and quite a bit narrower than the standard roll bar to really emphasize how short and narrow this unit is. After that, get down here. Really nice cutout here. Not sure why, but it's a good way to spend some money, I guess, so on that bracket. Whenever you start talking about how wide this unit is, so as mentioned before, from outside of fender to outside of fender is 33 inches. So it is very narrow. Depending on the tires, as it sits right now, you're about 36. Depending on your tires, you can obviously get it down to that width. So depending on what you're looking to see. Whenever you get down to these narrow units, it really kind of looks like what you see. There's some pretty specialized market gardening stuff that could potentially need that higher RPM in the PTO. And one thing I did forget to mention too on the roll bar is, come on, 1 minute. Work all stops. I'm the pro here. You gotta wait. So, yeah, I'm an influencer. Yeah, people care what I have to say. Usually, whenever you're talking about the roll bars too, on these narrows, surprisingly enough, is usually they're about halfway back, not usually on the actual back of the tractor. So a little bit different of a setup that way. It doesn't really change anything, just maybe visually, whenever you're doing work, it may be in the way or something, but because that's just the way it is normally on narrows. Okay, so that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the B2401 narrow, as it's not going to be on a whole lot of dealers' sites or locations. So again, if you're in the market for a narrow tractor and you stop and talk to your local Kubota dealership and the product specialist may be recommending this to you, hopefully it gives you a little bit of background knowledge about what you're going to be looking at. So if you enjoyed today's video, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, please leave them down below. Thank you.
Ignore the 2 right-hand tires.
Oh, yeah, should you mention that then, you think? Ignore that there's 2 right-hand tires on here, the tread pattern. That's just the way they got shipped to us, and we'll get them flipped around. But yeah, it just kind of, depending on what you're looking to see, the narrowest you're going to get this tractor is down to 32 inches, 33 inches, because that's about how wide this is. But yeah, right now about 36 is what it's sitting at.